And we are back. I think we're back. I mean, it's been a while, Joe. How you, man? How you been doing?
I'm in quarantine. I'm in official lockdown, 24/7 quarantine. I can't even talk to my family members. Nobody. As you can see, I'm just, I'm here. No, I'm just kidding.
He's locked down in the bunker. He's wearing the mask 24/7.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just, I'll take it out. It's basically the mask. I mean, I kind of abide by the rules when we go out to, which we don't really go out anywhere. I just went to Walmart yesterday, and I wear that, get back in, pay my stuff, and then leave. But yeah, it's pretty crazy where you don't want to get infected now. It's
do they got checkpoints? Are people pulling people over there?
Not over here in California yet, but they did run something where if they find you without a mask in public, that you would get a ticket for like $500. Yeah.
So you can't have you have to have a mask in public?
Yeah, you have to be wearing a mask in this particular cities, depending. They're not really enforcing it, but they're kind of scaring people, I guess, so to speak, right now, like telling them, hey, they keep sending alerts over the phone, just messages, stuff like that. So
I haven't heard that. Now here in Texas, my sister-in-law actually got pulled over yesterday. And which I was a little shocked because, it's pretty conservative over here, but Houston is a very liberal city. So she got pulled over, and the cop asked her, "What's she doing? What are you doing?" She's like, "Well, I'm driving back from the grocery store." And he's like, "Well, the reason why I pulled you over is, to see if you're exercising the social distancing." She's like, "Well, I went to the grocery store." He's like, "Well, let me see the receipt."
Oh, wow. That much, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She showed him the receipt, and then he chastised her for not buying more than 2 weeks worth of groceries.
Wow.
And, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy, right? Like this is the land of the free. I mean, I get it, but it's just weird hearing those kind of things. And I understand why it's happening. So, but it's just weird having that kind of reaction, from a police officer.
I mean, that's
doing your thing.
I mean, basically, that's been watching a lot of, obviously TV like everybody else. But yeah, I do a lot of YouTube, watch other channels. And I like to watch, just a plug for this one, but it's a channel called London Real. And, just pretty interesting information that they believe the 5G. I don't know if you heard that theory about the 5G is what I don't think that's true. I'm not a conspiracy theory, but just a lot of interesting things about freedom, because that's what you just talked about. Is we are now in a form of acquiescence. We're just doing what we're told in a way because we're scared. Yep. And I mean, we're doing what we're told, but like I said, we're still like the land of the free. We're still U.S. citizens. I mean, so it feels a little weird, as far as, like you said, being pulled over, show me your receipt, where are you going? I mean, it doesn't happen. So, I mean, that is kind of the bad part of all this stuff, is that we're we've lost a lot of our freedoms for now. So let's hope that's not a permanent thing. Let's hope things get back to normal, but I don't know. I mean, what do you think?
It'll be very interesting if whenever this is all done. It'd be very interesting to see what people are willing to retain, or just lose to the government, or what people will fight to get back. I mean, in a lot of ways, this is kind of like a socialist wet dream. Everybody is depending on the government to tell them what to do, and and but we'll see. I mean, obviously, we're not going to go into the full-fledged socialism, but
well, Bernie Sanders is out of the race, so we don't got to worry about him.
I saw that he just suspended it, though. He didn't drop out, though. He suspended it, and he didn't give up his delegates. So.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. You're right. So who knows? Maybe he's just doing that as a move to I don't know, maybe resurface in the I don't know, November. I don't know. I don't follow a lot of politics, but I did see that caught my attention. Made the.
What do you mean? You don't watch Donald Trump every day for 2 hours straight?
Actually, no, I did. I mean, nothing bad. Like I said, not to be political, but I do watch some of the briefings. I watch different channels. I know I was talking to our friend. Shout out to Shooter. He's a big proponent of Trump, and he's always. But no, I mean, I try not to get political. I just like to see what the mainstream media is putting out, what YouTube's putting out, what the internet's. I mean, it's just so many sources of information. But the bottom line is that we as citizens have to be informed. We got to do our due diligence. We just can't say, oh, you know what? Okay, that's the way it is. Cool. I mean, I really, really don't believe, and this is just my personal belief, that the way they scared us this last week, or scared the public, because I wasn't scared, saying that this is going to be our Pearl Harbor moment. We're going to, 9/11. I mean, I think they just blew that up, and I don't think we're going to. I mean, I'm hoping that I don't think we'll reach 200,000 deaths. Just me being, optimist. But
I mean, it's possible. It's better to, exaggerate and then be like, oh, look how great of a job we did. If it doesn't go that way, so there's that.
And I think that's what they did. You're right. You're exactly right.
The only reason I'm really watching the news, I mean, obviously just the normal stuff, like figuring out what we're supposed to be doing, but trying to get some sense of an idea of whenever we're going to get mainstream sports back.
Yeah.
There's been some talk about baseball trying to come back in May.
Yeah.
Got me a little excited. I was talking to you privately on the Discord, and I hope it happens. What's your take on it? Apparently they're all going to go down in Arizona possibly and do a little 2 or 3 day mini camp and then start playing some real baseball games.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, them talking about, I did see a report out of ESPN. I mean, I think it's doable. I mean, it's going to be a lot of logistics involved, obviously, with the players and the, all the personnel involved, but where there's a will, there's a way. I mean, if they really need to get this out for the players, for the country, for us to cheer on, it'll get done. I mean, you know what I mean? And they're clearing it with the CDC from what I've heard. They're trying to, coordinate with them. So that's a good first step. Not just saying, hey, we're going to do it, but getting, like I said, the, people that are, giving us the information and letting us know, hey, well, what's it safe? What's it do? I know Mark Cuban was talking about that on a show today that's saying the same thing, that he thinks that by May, June, although basketball is a little different because more of a contact sport, but maybe, having every player tested. And so this will all be down to where, like I said, if it does come, it's going to be because testing is more rampant. Because, again, we just can't be saying, okay, well, we're going to test just the players and then all these people out in the country are not getting tested. So testing really has to step up, in my opinion, and then I think the sports will kind of, because, if you're testing all the athletes before they even start a tournament or whatever, I mean, you're good. And you kind of sequester them in a place. I mean,
well, now they have these tests, I guess, that, 15, you take the test and you'll know what's going on 15 minutes later, which makes it definitely doable then. Because the old testing was like you take the test and you find out 4 days later?
5 days later, you're
by then the information's obsolete, so
you either got full-blown coronavirus or you're dead,
Or you didn't have coronavirus 5 days ago, but now you have coronavirus because you interacted with somebody else, whoever. But
exactly.
So I don't know. I think I'm starting to see a twinkle of a light at the end of the tunnel, Joe. I think that by May 1st, we're going to get some pretty, maybe not concrete answers, but I think we'll get a good idea of where we're going to be.
Yeah.
I think, hell, even by the end of this, maybe by the 15th, by Easter.
I would agree with you. I would think that
we'll know a little bit.
Such a fluid situation that I think, everything changes day to day, obviously. So I think you're 100%. We're going to get some more clarity towards the end of the month. And then by then, that'll be a nice goal to shoot for. They said, okay, well, it looks good. Well, I mean, football is going to have the draft, so I don't see anything not stopping that. So that's going to be a big stepping stone towards getting back to normalization.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I mean, and definitely ready for it. I've been just waiting, and I think we're a lot closer to the end versus we were 2 weeks ago. That's what I always look at. Every day that goes by, we're closer to the end. I don't know if that makes any sense. But,
yeah, it does. I just basically see the mood, you got to get away from the media, but you got to look at the people, the businesses that are being affected, and when they start grumbling and rumbling, that's when and then you hear from the White House, which you obviously have to take it from a grain of salt, but the deaths are this or death or that, it's just the projections are not as bad as they say it is. And I get why. The social distancing helps.
Yeah.
The banning the borders and, locking down basically the country helped. Yeah. So maybe that's why the numbers got better. But the issue had always been is everybody was going to get sick at the same time. And then the healthcare facilities weren't able to take on the load. Now, that seems to possibly we'll be on the other side of it. I don't know. Philly was saying, and I kind of agree with him. He's like, well, if if you open it up in May, then we're just going to get this all over again, which is possible. But is it if you were telling me, just in California, everybody has to wear a mask.
Yeah, I mean,
situation where we might just all have to wear a mask for a couple of months, just so we can get back to some sort of a normal economy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's like I said, we have our mask. I think, and even this, I mean, and I even told a buddy of mine I was talking to him, even when we do get back to semi-normal, I'm still gonna be wearing my mask or be very cautious about, carrying when I go to Vegas, especially, I'll be in Vegas, hopefully, knock on wood, somewhere in 2 months, broadcasting from over there, and I'll definitely be wearing, like I said, still mask, or at least being cautious of my surroundings.
Sure.
Because Vegas, I mean, and you just hit the nail on the head. Businesses are really grumbling. Look what's happening in Vegas. I mean, they have had no business for almost on a month now. So that's hurting the casinos big time. So, and on that note, be careful when we do come back to normal or semi, because the casinos are going to be out for blood, the sportsbook. So we really got to be on top of our game, because they're going to say, hey, let's get these bettors. But yeah, I mean, so if we take some measures coming back, I think. And again, going back to testing. So if someone does get sick and they test whatever, and they can kind of trace where that's coming from, I guess, so to speak, then I think we'll be all right. But we're definitely not going to be back to normal like it was 3 months ago or 2 months ago. We're going to be, kind of more cautious. I think so.
I mean, even if they get sick, let's say someone gets sick. We're talking about, in May, and now it's like a mandate that everybody has to wear a mask and gloves possibly. If someone gets sick, and as long as they're not need to be bedridden, it would be almost like if someone has the flu out there, just say, wear the mask, wear your PPE, and don't spread this thing. Stay home, but it's not. But if you did go out, well, the chances of you spreading it is a little less, because you have all this stuff holding your germs in. I guess so. Maybe that's where we go. Yeah. There's been reports where people that don't have masks on are getting bullied, shaming, quarantine shaming. It's that's this actual thing. I was watching a video today. I guess some dude, I think it was in Wisconsin or some state, and these girls were hanging out at a park or something like that, and it was 4 or 5 girls, and this dude rolls up on them, starts strangling the girl because they wouldn't break up and separate.
Yeah.
So, don't do that. But I don't know. It's a real deal, man. This is it's no joke. So I'm hoping that we can get things somewhat at least started. Let's push the ball and get it rolling, even though it may be slowly, and then eventually ramp it up to where we can get right back into some sort of normalcy.
Yeah, but I do have to. I know you made the comment a couple of weeks ago, and I was thinking the same thing, or someone was saying that there's probably not going to be no sports for the rest of the year. I really doubt that. I think we're going to have sports. It's more than likely.
I don't think it will happen.
I mean, what's going to happen? I mean, at this point, the country cannot stay the way we are, locked down, and business is still nothing, because I mean, by then it'll be just like I said, the disease will be worse than the cure.
If we're on lockdown for the rest of the year, all that'll be left is the United States government, because all businesses will pretty much be shut down except for the essential ones. And I mean, all the mom and pop stores, all there will be left is major corporations and the federal government. And the last thing we need is that. So, and at that point, I don't even think that we would be looked at as the gold standard as far as it would probably be China at that point, where people would base. A long time ago, it used to be the UK, then it's the United States, and now, we got to be careful. China, I guess, is open for business over there.
Well, yeah, there you go. That's a good point you're saying. So, I mean, think about that. I mean, there's a report that Korean baseball is going to be premiering this month. So they're China, Korea, all these countries, Taiwan. I mean, but again, these countries, like I said, are doing a lot of measures that maybe we can imply. Like in Taiwan, I was watching a segment that when you land in Taiwan, the minute you land there, they take your temperature. You got to fill out some forms in the airport, and any indication, they quarantine. They don't tell you, okay, we trust you, go quarantine. They take you to a facility to go quarantine.
Right.
I mean, so they're really on top of this thing. So I don't know if we'll get like that in the U.S., but again, like I said, I don't think that sports and normal life as we know it, is going to be suspended till the end of the year. It's just not feasible. And
I agree with you. And it's just not so much sports. I think sports is a byproduct. It's just the economy is not going to be shut down for that long, and obviously sports will open up. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think these baseball teams are having to pay the Major League Baseball players. And I mean, I mean that's millions and millions of dollars where they're not receiving any kind of money in the return. At the gate.
Yeah,
That's I mean, you don't want these teams to go out of business. I mean, I don't know how the TV contracts work, but so I don't know. Do they pay that money up front? So maybe it's all front loaded, or do they pay at the end of the season? I'm not sure how it works, but the thing is if there's no baseball games, well, those TV contracts, I'm sure they're going to want their money back. So,
yep. I hear you. Like I said, I mean, I have to agree with you. I think that we're going to be seeing some stuff in May. I mean, I think April pretty much we could kind of put that in the bag that we're not going to have anything like sports or whatever. I mean, so this will be the crucial month as far as like, okay, cool, the numbers are coming down, it's working. Okay, let's ramp it up and get ready to open up in May. That's what I'm thinking. And again, just because by then all the social distancing will eliminate a lot of the issues. Because again, if you're sick, let's say you're sick and you're say, okay, I'm going to stay home, and you stay home for the rest of the month. Well, either you're going to get better and be immune, or get worse and die, or have to go to the hospital. So these days are really important, like you said, to curb and bring down that curve, as they say. So
this is what I see will happen, Joe. I say May 1st, they'll say, okay, we're going to come back in 2 weeks. So that'll be May 15th. And that'll be a small training camp for about a week. And then they'll probably start games, baseball and basketball.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Mom bringing me some food. See that?
Hey, how are you?
Mom. She's all. So I got it's quarantined food here, so we eat. I'll try it. Good. See?
Yeah. So I think what will happen is June 1st is probably when we'll probably get our very first game. Maybe the week before June 1st.
Oh man, that was delicious. Sorry, it's a homemade tortilla. Homemade tortilla with homemade salsa. That's it. Because again, I'm on the no meat for 30 days or for whenever. So that's it, all natural.
Well, on that note, I think I'm gonna go get dinner myself, Joe. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll on out of here. It's good to see you again. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, good to see you. And again, come join the Discord, guys. If you're not already have, come on in, because it's gonna be gangbusters. I mean, I'm not gonna go and make predictions, but I will say this: that when sports comes back, SGD will come back with the vengeance and betting. And again, just a little hint: I might be doing a segment of being in Vegas till the rest of the year to bet sports for SGD Nation. So
hell yeah! I'm looking forward to that, Joe. I'll get up with you later, probably tomorrow. Maybe we can do another video tomorrow. I'll let you know. But guys, everybody, thanks for watching. Links in the description for the Discord. And good luck to you. Good luck to me. Good luck to everybody. And we'll see y'all maybe tomorrow. Who knows?
Thank you. Later.